There are currently 31 cabinet ministers and 49 state ministers, which brings the total of the entire executive to 81 with the president inclusive. As speculations of a new pending list gathers pace, some political observers believe the list will reflect rewards to those that will be willing to toe a particular line to further the president's agenda. Dr. Brian Kalenge, a constitutional lawyer at Uganda Christian University, says history has shown that President Museveni rewards those who have performed with different positions.
The past cabinets have seemed to follow a certain direction, certain criteria. You need to toe a particular line. I won't call them sycophants, but pretty much close to that.
The coming cabinet will be a cabinet that will focus on work. We have work to be done. We have corruption to fight. We have the 4.8 million households to deliver from the poverty to prosperity.
Well, I mean, there are expectations and there are hopes and there are wishes. I really would have hoped that the president, for once, listens to Ugandans and appoints a cabinet that's accountable. A cabinet that is competent, a cabinet that's based on delivery of service and not on loyalty to the party. Unfortunately, the past has shown us that when it comes to those decisions, a lot is at stake beyond what some of us think.
I don't see rewards as if we reward people, but we pick those who really deserve to serve in the capacity.
In his inaugural speech, Museveni said that the next 5 years of his tenure will be of serious work and fighting corruption. State Minister for Finance David Bahati reiterates this position.
I would expect that there will be people that will help this country deliver the 4.8 million households who are living in subsistence farming into prosperity, and also people that will help the president to achieve the middle class income status by 2020, and also achieve our national vision by 2040.
I don't know that the current government or the president has the credibility to actually, be believed when he says some of those things, because in 2011, that's what they said. The appointment of the Honorable Amama Mbabazi as Prime Minister was supposed to be about service delivery. We were supposed to be seeing, real action beyond the words of the past, the rhetoric of the past. What happened? 5 years down the road, we are being told about the same thing, service delivery.
The President of Uganda will appoint performers from the old cabinet and obviously the new ones who have come on board. And the President is talented to have the best choice of people who can deliver and perform for the betterment of our country.
Most of the old guards who have prominently featured in the cabinet lost in the parliamentary elections. Some watching the political scene predict that the same faces could still come up. The president himself, although not specific about who he would appoint, appears to favor seasoned politicians.
I know that many of these people lost the elections, but also I understand that age really has nothing to do with ideology. There are young people who are ideologically lacking, and there are old people who are ideologically useful. So the president continues to balance all these things.
Of course, we can give the president a benefit of doubt. He has surprised us sometimes. Good surprise. I hope this will also be a good surprise. But we're not going to hold our breath.
The other sticking issue has been the size of cabinet. Could we see a smaller cabinet this time round?
You were talking about a president who, a few days ago, was proudly telling the country that he has no apologies for having a very big parliament. How do you expect that same president to cut back on his cabinet? I wouldn't be surprised if we have a bigger cabinet. I mean, and I'm not saying that, that's the right way to go. I'm saying really that at this point, we don't have any reason to believe otherwise.
This is President Museveni's last constitutional term, as he will not be eligible to stand in 2021, having reached the age of 75. Who he will appoint or disappoint could offer a flicker into what he's planning ahead.
But his actions will prove him right or wrong, like they have always done. So if we start off with seeing this cabinet that is composed of these, I won't say, these people whose ideas we have been hearing for the past 70 years, past 30 years that haven't moved us anywhere, then clearly
it's all words, hot air, all words and no action.
NTV has learnt that the position of Vice President occupied by Edward Sekandi and Prime Minister Hakana Rugunda will remain unchanged. Sheila Nduhukire, NTV.